And yet we've been spending Tuesdays with Luis Garcia at this time from the Internal Revenue Service. Since it's tax day or thereabouts, we decided one more pep talk from Luis is probably well received. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
By the way, Monday is really the deadline, right?
Monday's the deadline. If you look at your iPhone, it's been telling you today's the tax deadline. And I think there's a lot of tax professionals out there that they've been keeping it on the down low because they want the weekend for themselves.
Yeah.
But it's Monday. You're right.
Okay. Why did they extend it this year?
Actually, this year in Washington, D.C., it is Emancipation Day, which is a federal holiday which is a holiday for the federal government, and they are not open today, but the rest of the federal government around the country is. So the benefit for taxpayers is they get that day off.
Okay.
Plus, we're bumping up against the weekend, so you get 2 extra days on top of that.
Fair enough. We talked on Tuesday that if you can't get your paperwork together in time, you can file an extension. But that does not mean that if you owe, you don't have to pay now. There's another step. So check out our website, WBCKFM.com, and that information is there. In the meanwhile, if you do owe, there are ways that you can take care of that, right?
Right. If you do owe, we say, look, there's all kinds of different ways to pay. And the number one, the best way is the electronic funds transfer. It's right on IRS.gov. A lot of different electronic payments can be made this way. You set it up. You can even set it up a year in advance.
Oh, wow.
And we tell people, look, if you know you're going to owe every year, just set up the payment, and you can file your taxes. You don't have to file when you owe. You can file it in the beginning of the tax season, and then set it up so that payment hits right on the 15th or the 18th in this year, the case of this year. But you want to make sure that that payment goes through as securely as possible. The electronic funds transfer payment system, that's on IRS.gov. But we also have the electronic federal tax payment system, the electronic funds transfer withdrawal. You could do a same-day wire, check or money order, and now you can go to the closest offices would be in Grand Rapids. Okay. You can walk into our taxpayer assistance center and pay cash there. But the easiest way to do it is, if you have cash, is through our partnership with a company that works through 7-Eleven. You just walk into a 7-Eleven and make your cash payment there.
Oh, how about that?
So if you need to pay, there's no excuse not to, because there's all sorts of different ways you can do it right from your home, on your computer, check or money order, send it through the mail, or cash right in at your local convenience store. All right,
we have about a minute here, but what if you can't pay?
And if you can't pay, make sure that you file. No matter what you do, don't ignore filing. Okay. File that tax return, and we'll work out whether it's a payment plan, there's all sorts of different agreements that we can come up with. But if you ignore the filing, you're going to incur up to 25% in penalties and fees, whereas if you file and don't pay, you're just going to get up to 5% penalties and fees. So it makes a big difference, and it's a lot more manageable. You believe me, you'll sleep a lot better at night knowing that you filed, even if you can't pay.
Yeah, just like everything else, the worst thing you can do is nothing. So at least if the IRS has heard from you, they have your return, then that's better than not.
Right. We can even, if you tell us, look, I don't have the money right now, and just give me a little bit of extra time. We can even, there's a program we can stop any sort of collection action until we receive that money. Okay. So it's just a matter of make sure you communicate with us. Don't ignore the notices you get, and don't forget to file.
All right. So we appreciate that, Luis. And, rest up this weekend if you can. Luis Garcia at the Internal Revenue Service. He'll take a breath and then be back with us starting in May. And we'll be giving you tax tips all year long. But, of course, the big crunch certainly was right now. IRS.gov, of course, these details and more easily found there.